Wake up in the morning with a smile. You make me so happy, it's worth my while. I don't care what others have to say. Your love is the greatest gift that'll come my way. So it's so extraordinary, it's incredible. Something about the love you give, unexplainable. Can't imagine where I'd be if you let me go. Broken, simple song to say. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. You are always there for me in my time of need. You pick me up when I fall and brush the dust off me. Have to take time to tell ya just what you mean. Without you in my life, I don't know where I'll be. It's so extraordinary. It's so extraordinary. Something about the love you give. Something about the love you give. Can't imagine life without it. Simple song to say. Come on. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. Yes, it feels so good to be loved by you. Yes, it feels so good to be loved. Oh, yes, it feels so good to be loved by you. Yes, it feels so good to be loved. Oh, yes, it feels so good to be loved by you. Yes, it feels so good to be loved. Oh, yes, it feels so good to be loved by you. Yes, it feels so good to be
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console. Tell me why we gotta hate each other. Why we can't just love each other. Why
money we can chase. Let's uplift the race. Let's get it. Let's get to a place. We can sit and talk face to face. Like me, there's a lot that we relate. You don't have to take the bait. Be a man. Anybody put a gun in hand. Anybody can throw their hands. Anybody can choke or slam. Anybody can chase a bag. Let's plan and get them bands. Let's plan to go get them meals. Get back and pay them bills. Tell me why you shoot. Tell me why you hate. Tell me why you can't get on your grind and choose your fate. Let go of anger. Let go of pain. I know the whys. I felt the same. Been there. Cops killing, ops killing. No difference. Jail cells, graveyards, same sentence. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me.
Why we gotta hate each other?
Tell me why? Tell me why?
Why we can't just love each other?
Why? Tell me why?
Why we gotta shoot each other?
Tell me why? Tell me why?
Why we can't just love each other?
Rest in peace, Mar. Love you, bro. Rest in peace, Romy. Love you, bro. Rest in heaven, Wax. Love you, Wax. R.I.P. to all the homies. Can't forget Spider. As a kid, I was inspired. He put rims on his tires. So tall that you can climb them. Hug your people, love your people. It's time to change. You been keeping score, let's keep our people. Play a different game. Let go of evil, let's be peaceful. We've seen the movies change the sequel. I was on those front lines. Went to war with the other side. 09, I was active. I'm not talking online. I fought for respect, and I fought for what's mine. I fought for the game, and I fought for my side. I fight today to break the cycle. That type of life is suicidal. That life ain't it. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me.
Why we gotta hate each other?
Tell me why? Tell me why? Tell me.
Why we gotta shoot each other?
Too many people dying for no reason. We gotta stop it, we gotta break the cycle.
Why we can't just love each other?
Tell me why?
Tell me why? Tell me why?
We gotta stop taking score. We gotta start protecting our people, uplift our people. The biggest lie we was told is that you gotta die for your respect. There is no word in the dictionary I'm willing to die for, and you shouldn't be neither.
Tell me why? Tell me why?
Wake up in the morning with a smile. You make me so happy as wake up in the morning with a smile. You make me so happy it's worth my while. I don't care what others have to say. Your love is the greatest gift that'll come my way. So it's so extraordinary, it's incredible. Something about the love you give, unexplainable. Can't imagine where I'd be if you let me go. Grows in a simple song to say. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and You pick me up when I fall and brush the dust off me. Had to take time to tell ya just what you need. When found you in my life, I don't know where I'll be. It's so extraordinary. It's so extraordinary. Something about the love you give. Something about the love you give. Can't imagine life without it. Yeah. Simple song to say. Come on. You make my soul. Wake up in the morning with a smile. You make me so happy, it's worth my while. I don't care what others have to say. Your love is the greatest gift that'll come my way. So it's so extraordinary, it's incredible. Something about strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul.
visit us online at the419grind.com.
Good Wednesday morning, world. Welcome. How you doing, everybody? This is the all-new Rise and Grind morning show presented to you by the 419 Grind podcast exclusive. Want to say good morning. I'm feeling real brightish today. But you know what? I ain't got nothing on the co-host today. She is in the building in the 419 studios, ready to work it out Wednesday. Hey, Leah.
Hey, world. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee.
Leah, how you feeling this morning?
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little irritated.
Absolutely. Expect the unexpected. That's why we're glad you tuned in.
I'm just a little perturbed. But you know what? The devil is a lie. And I'm not going to let that steal my joy.
She need a minute, y'all.
Yeah, I might need a minute.
Well, again, we want to thank you for weighing in to the all-new Rise and Grind morning show presented to you by the 419 Grind. Also, just this past week, again, want to thank all of our viewers and our listeners. Y'all are the most dedicated, lovable people, and we're going to love on you. Continue to like us, share us, and love us.
Yes.
Today is Work It Out Wednesday.
Yes, it's Work It Out Wednesday. We got our workout clothes on, everybody.
Oftentimes, people think, Leah, that you just got to work out physically. Mm-hmm. What do the workout look like when it's mental, though?
Man, so much time working out, and working on our physical, shape and our physical. And like you said, what does that mental workout look like?
And that's why with our grinders that's been grinding with us for the last couple of weeks, Leah, we thank them because it's not easy getting up in the morning. Now school has started, this virtual thing. People are trying to grind through. And that's what the hump day is. And that's why we're so excited about today's show. You don't want to miss it. Today's show will be one of the most unexpected, even when our producer, Jesse, speaks.
Yes.
When I speak, why is that unexpected?
It's like the, you know what he reminds me of? It's like the Wizard of Oz, like that voice, but you never see the face.
It's the sound that is
powerful.
Very much. And when you speak, it definitely resonates. Again, thank you for putting together, Jesse, the #1 urban media podcast in the country. But Leah, a lot of people be like, why y'all consider yourself #1? Why is y'all #1? Jesse, why we #1?
I don't know. We are #1 because we are #1. We say we're #1.
I can tell you why we're #1.
Yeah, man, give me some energy, bro. You didn't sound like we caught you off guard.
You didn't catch me off guard.
Okay, why we #1, Leah?
We're #1 because we got heat. It's not even just about the 419 Grind podcast. This is a whole production company that Jesse has put together. One man, I mean, yes, we have a team, and we definitely
Big shout out to Dr. Vic.
Dr. Vic, we all definitely make our contributions, but Jesse is the genius with this technical stuff, and he put together a whole production company, and we're the only one that has a production company, like this with us, just us doing our thing. And we have heat. I mean, we got Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. We got Self-Explanatory with Lance and Arlinda. We got Capital T with Tasha and Tanya. We got the 419 Grind podcast with Jesse. We got Dr. Vic, the Executive Suite. We have Underrated Sports come in. And, of course, we have the Rise and Grind morning show every morning. I mean, that's why we're #1.
And ain't nobody else doing it. And we live. Like, our viewers, our listeners, they seeing the studio, they seeing us uncut, authentic. It is real people with real situations that will have a conversation with you. And like you said, nobody else is putting a show together with that type of a lineup.
Yeah, not at all.
And that's what makes it so unique. And we can even tell them what's going on in the streets with the weather.
Yes. The weather right now is 64 degrees. It's a little cloudy out there. Still a little wet outside. So you might want to take your time as you're driving through those areas, especially through the construction areas. It's still got the construction on 75 and 280, so make sure you keep that in mind. Make sure you're just being safe. Give yourself enough time so that you don't have to rush through there. We're going to have a high of 73, and it's a chance of rain throughout the day, so you might want to carry your umbrella with you. So that's what the weather's looking like, and no incidents or accidents on the road. Just make sure you're being careful because it's wet out there still.
You are doing very well with that.
Thank you.
But you also find a lot of that information on the app that
Yes.
people may want.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry.
No. What's that? What's the app?
Definitely. If you don't have the OGO app, I would definitely recommend you to download that to your phone. I have downloaded it to my phone and to my MacBook, so I just go to the OGO app and it gives me traffic for all over the state of Ohio. So if you're one of those people who travels from Toledo to Dayton to Columbus, on a regular everyday basis, it's perfect. You can look at the whole state and see what the traffic's looking like.
And what's that app or the website?
The OGO. It's believe OGO.com.
OHGO?
Yep, OHGO. Yep.
Real
You just
simple.
Type that in, go Google, and it'll come up, and you can download the app to your phone.
And you know what else is exciting? Thank you for sharing that. But you know what else is exciting?
What else is
We
exciting?
will be nominated for the best local podcast.
Yes.
Brought to you by ToledoCityPaper.com. Please, once we go to break and write down this because people might be driving, they might be listening, might not want to get off their phone. Leah, we got a chance to be the best local podcast
Yes.
in the 419.
Yes, that's amazing.
Did you vote?
opportunity. Yeah.
That girl just lied on to the world. She did not vote. So while you on your phone,
I'm gonna vote, though.
make sure
I'm gonna
that you vote. The 419 Grind, best local podcast right here. And that's one of the things that we talk about. That's why this show is going to be so great. And we're going to give you a chance to work it out Wednesday with us because we got a special treat for him today, a special guest. We're going to go to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play. Actually, what I do like is that our show plays local music.
Yes.
That song that we were just playing as we warmed up, Toledo's own, Louis Self.
And I love it. That was a nice little, jazzy, gave me a nice jazzy feeling.
It does. If you got to ride, if you got to travel, some people got to travel to Mount Clover, Wappa, Connecticut, BG, and you just need some good riding music.
Yeah.
That song that was presented to you by Toledo's own, Louis Self. You may know the last name was self-explanatory with Arlinda and Lance. That's his brother. But don't go nowhere. We got a great show lined up. Work It Out Wednesday with DJ Breezy. Expect the unexpected.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
I did you wrong, but you did me wrong first. I was reacting, tables reversed, playing the victim, lost to your lacking. Treated me dirt, into yourself, don't notice I'm hurt. Returning my tag, Resigning position, now hiring ad, I'm through. I'm over it.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back to the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I got my boy Big Treese with me.
Hear me?
And we have some guests in the building. It's Work It Out Wednesday, first of all. We can't forget about Work It Out Wednesday. And we got guests in the building, but we also want to shout out our listeners and our viewers because they are tuned in already. And we just love you guys. So shout out to Tenaciously Persistent, my girl. Hey, girl. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Frank. And that's all I see on mine so far, but I know there's way more than that. Do you guys see some other people?
Yeah, my cousin Felice is on there, as well as...
Hey, Felice.
Check. There we go. All right. Mm-hmm. Also, we have a number of individuals liking and loving Derek Wiggins. What's up, D? How you doing this morning? So again, just thank y'all for grinding with us this morning. That's what it's all about. It is the morning grind. We understand that people are trying to get the kids ready for school. They're trying to do this virtual learning piece that has caused all of us a little bit of headache. Trying to get these emails and all the other things that we got going on.
And you know what's so crazy about you saying that is literally during the break that I probably seemed distracted. I had got a call from the school. They're saying that the internet is still basically down and acting up, and they're just telling parents, basically, I know particularly for my kid it was Kaiser, but I'm quite sure it's probably for all TPS. So to any of you parents who are trying to log your kids on, if you're having problems, just know that they are still experiencing internet issues, and they're saying to basically have your child try to log on every 30 minutes. If you can't get through, just take a break, let them take 30 minutes, and then try to log back on in 30 more minutes, because they are experiencing those problems. So, just a little warning out there.
No, I like that, and I like the point that you made that, because it's just give it a minute. It is frustrating when you are trying to do it in front of your kids. You're trying to learn it. It is frustrating. Give yourself a minute. Breathe a little bit. This is something new for everyone.
Yes.
Don't get to blaming the school and the superintendent, and they should have known, and they should have. No.
And don't get frustrated with the kids.
Absolutely, and then it weigh over on the kids. It is frustrating. It is a little difficult. This is what? This is the third day?
Yeah.
Second day or third day?
Second day for Toledo Public. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, because Labor Day.
So I've been in for 2 weeks, so it's still all new. It's fresh.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, just give yourself a minute. What I would like to do at this time is introduce with Work It Out Wednesday. Y'all see a headline.
Yes.
We got Work It Out Wednesday with DJ Breezy.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning. Last week we had a great show that you were on the phone call, and now so it's cool to see you in the studio.
I was able to come in this morning, so.
And you have on your Work It Out clothes, so we gonna work it out.
Yes,
and
we all got on our workout
Shout out
clothes.
to my cousin. It's Realer Brand. Y'all need to. He's a young entrepreneur here in Toledo, Ohio. So we put our own on. Shout Realer.
Okay, shout out to Realer.
Yes.
And y'all really looking like y'all really ready to work out. And I told Leah when she came in, she looked like the TV series show called 21 Jump Street back in the day. Like, she really ready. And oftentimes people think that it's just a physical piece. This is sometimes the mental piece of the mental grind. Leah.
Yeah.
As we get into Work It Out Wednesday, right? We're seeing a lot of things in the news. Work out this postal service. There was a lady, report show here in Toledo.
Yeah.
That she went to the mailbox, one of the blue standing mailboxes, and it was overflow with mail.
Yeah.
She saw ballots, she saw bills, she saw even possibly people's checks spewing out of the mailbox.
Right.
She got pissed. And she said that reports indicate that it was probably like that before the holiday. Our postal service is the bullshit right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy, but I guess I don't want to necessarily jump on the postal service and say they're on some bullshit, because we have to remember that we are still in the middle of a pandemic. COVID is still going on. Like, we don't really know what's going on with like the behind the scenes of if people had to be put off work. Like, we don't, like, I know personally some people that work for the postal service, and they're working tirelessly, that it's so I think we just also have to be,
don't bite down so hard.
We have to be aware that, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. Things are rough for everybody in every industry, and I don't think anyone purposely left that mailbox over flooded so that, you know what I mean?
When was the last time in your lifetime you or Bree, y'all seen overflow mailbox?
I haven't. But when's the last time you've ever seen a pandemic?
Boom. Expect the unexpected.
I understand it, but I kind of feel like the Postal Service has to be held at a higher standard.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
this is
You're
a
right.
lot of,
you are right.
Because there's a lot of companies who are refusing to redo their protocol. They're used to sending everything out mail. So what about our senior citizens, people who don't have online access? You got bills delayed, important information, time-sensitive documents.
Right. No, yeah, you
So
are right.
I feel like we've all had to get accustomed somehow during this pandemic. So I feel like, come on, USPS. I don't even want to send nothing through them right now.
Right.
And that is the natural feel. So
Yeah.
those that those that are weighing in that piece, that's a real feeling right there. But we got to work it out. So we find a way to work it out Wednesday, and that's why we're here. We're going to definitely talk about issues and concerns, but also have a solution to those concerns, because this isn't just that podcast, although we are the #1 urban podcast in the country right now, never seen, never done, right here during the pandemic, right here on the 419 grind. But we're not just going to speak to it and not add maybe some practical solutions.
Right.
Like you said, one of the practical solutions is easy, relax a little bit.
Yeah.
It is something that we have never experienced.
Yeah. Take a moment, relax. But yes, it is important because like you said, there are, they should be held to a high standard. So yes, definitely notify the post office if you see something like that. Make sure that you make someone aware of it, but just take it easy. Understand that they got a lot of pressure on them too. So
I definitely agree. So Bree,
Yes.
we got you in the studio.
Yes, you
We
do.
got a great conversation. I just felt the room like shift a little bit, like the weight of the room. We're going to have to balance this thing out a little bit. But Bree, tell a little bit of the listeners and the viewer, because right now we jumping. The numbers is going up. Who is DJ Breezy?
Well, good morning, everyone. For those who do not know, I am one of 419's lady DJs.
Hey, ladies.
I'm going to shout out all the DJs and especially our ladies. We do have a lot of DJs that are females here.
who runs the world? Girls.
Yeah, plug us in. And I am 1 year
I'm geeked, y'all.
into my business. I started my entertainment company, Essential Vibes Entertainment. And that's 1 year in, so I'm just looking to grow and expand. So all local artists, make sure y'all send me your music.
How do they reach you?
They can go ahead and visit my page, DJ Breezy, BRIZ, Essential Vibes ENT on Facebook, and by email. So once you go to that page, you'll be able to see my email.
Awesome, and that's what it's all about. We're about supporting each other. If you want to sponsor the show, or if you want to be a part of the show, definitely hit us up at info@the419grind.com. But I got to say, because, everybody ain't viewing. We got a lot of listeners. This is on iHeart. So this thing is real big in the world right here out of the 419.
And our
also,
listeners definitely came up. They like it's done. They just keep
oh yeah. That's because they knew who was in the building.
Yeah.
Not only Bree and Leah are we working it out Wednesday, we got two from the city, and this ain't no little weight. We got heavyweights in here today. Man,
Absolutely.
big shout out to the bros. That's what we say. That's what as the young folks say. My brothers. My brother. I got my brothers in here. These
All family in the building.
It is. What's up, fellas? Man, please introduce yourself. I don't even want to tell them because I want y'all to tell them who in the building. And y'all listen. Don't come here with all that. How you doing, man? This ain't that. We rising. It's early in the morning. Y'all got chalk up. Who in the building with us? My brothers.
I go first. What up, Cub? It's good, Dave. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah.
Y'all should. Or David Ross, either, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah, you got to speak it. Or speak a little loud. You got to wake up.
I swear. What's up, man? It's your boy Malik, a.k.a. Big Blood. Everybody know me as Big Blood. I got to say that.
Smith Park is in the building. Lil' Head ENT.
Yes.
Oh, this is a podcast. We can say what the shit. We can say what the hell we want to. South side in this thing, west side, out hill to ravines, Point Place. Our executive producer grew up in Alberta Brown. So shout out to the city.
Yes.
Like this podcast thing, fellas and ladies, this us. And it's all us.
Yep.
Don't nobody really control this narrative. We have creative control. And we on iHeart, and we streaming on like 32 other platforms. Like I just heard yesterday, our executive said Twitch. Have y'all heard of Twitch?
I'm getting used to it now because
Man, when I
they're
say
kicking
they
DJs off Facebook, so that's gonna be one of our alternatives. Yeah.
So if y'all don't get Twitch in this bitch, because Twitch is jumping. Like just how I said it, like a switch, get Twitch.
You ain't say that.
I didn't?
No.
Okay, then, my bad. I said the other one. Okay, then, yeah. Expect the unexpected. This is the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show brought to you by the 419 Grind. So, Big Blood, Gutter, y'all got a special event coming on in the city, and I thought it would be so unique that we could have a woman's voice speak to the conversation? Because sometimes what we'll get in discussion about is male dominated, and we never hear that woman's voice with it, other than a post or them responding on social media. But here go the voice behind it. So let our viewers and our listeners know what's going on. What's one of the biggest events about to take place here in the 419 on September 12th?
Well, I came up with an event called Stop the Violence Rally. You know, my boy Gutter Dad came. Am I gotta speak up louder?
Man, wake up, bro. When we on the block, when we in front of dailies, you turned up, bro.
Speak on the block.
No, you don't, bro. Okay, there we go. He got it.
So yeah, I came up with a Stop the Violence rally, man. I did a march. Now it's the rally time. You know, the help of Gutter Dave, I couldn't make it. It wouldn't be possible. You know, I appreciate this man right here, man. You know, it's called Heal.
Okay.
Hoods everywhere achieving love.
Wow. Where did the name come from?
Actually, my man Gutter came up with the name.
Okay.
Brainstorming for real. A lot of the event was brainstorming.
So what was the purpose behind, you had the march, now here go the rally. What's the purpose behind it? What do y'all want to see after?
So to touch on the thing about this that makes this unique, you know what I'm saying? Like Malik said he tired of what he see going on in his community. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people and organizations don't give him the people like him the power. You know what I'm saying? And that's who need it. You know what I'm saying? So when he said he wanted to do a rally, I'm like, man, you got to follow your heart and do whatever you got to do.
Even when it ain't popular.
Yeah, even when it ain't popular. That's real. So, and we sat down and brainstormed and said, you know, how can we get these young people out here? You know, not that we don't want to do no rally with people who want peace. We want to do a rally with the people who out here who in between, or, you know what I'm saying, on the red side, and we want to bring them to something, you know, better. Show them something better. And we brainstorm, said he like, man, we need the education there, we need police recruitment there, we need firefighter recruitment there. And then I met with the city, and I met, you know, I co-chair the Stop the Violence Committee
here in Toledo.
So HRC, which is the Human Relations Commission. So they offer resources. Like, you know, I love the idea. I thought they was gonna be like, hey man,
shoot us down like they always do, because it ain't come through them.
Yes. No, but you said it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying what the hell I want to.
You got the platform. You got to do that. Yeah. So yeah, they like, man, we give y'all full support, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? So
amazing.
the conversation.
Shout out to the city for that one. Give them a knock for that one, because I would have been on their ass if they didn't.
I mean, well, the Human Relations Commission is technically not the city. You know what I'm saying? It's a city initiative, but it's not the city, though.
Okay.
So we said, what can we do to bring people, you know, to a better way of life? And it's like, can we try to get rid of some warrants? Can we try to fix some license and all of these type of resources? Yeah. So it's about to be real big. It ain't never been nothing like that. And I just commend this dude for stepping up. And a lot of people are scared to step up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that attention. They don't want just because, look, I like this. We went to the meeting at the Parks and Recs. This Big Blood. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't even hit him. They wouldn't even understand his whole name, but
right.
You ain't even want to give him.
Too many police.
They was everywhere, man. But it's what need to happen. People need to stop trying to take that work in their own hands and empower the people in the community.
And it's such a great thing that he says that, Leah and Bree, because so y'all held a march. What came out of the march that you thought was beneficial, even if it was you just personally getting out of your comfort zone, doing something you never did?
It really helped me come out my comfort zone.
Doing that march?
Yeah, doing that march, you know, being on all these news broadcasters and all that. Like, that's new to me.
Absolutely.
I like to be in the cut or hosting a party at the club.
Or protecting us at the club.
Yeah, you know? But it changed me a lot. At first, I was just trying to help others, help the kids, but now I done gained a passion for it. Like,
he thought he catching the vibe, Leah.
I love it.
You know, in the hood, I be telling them, man, Malcolm X, my cousin, call me Big X. You know? And I'm gonna try
Big
to
Blood
help
X,
my community
okay.
the best, man. I'm gonna try to help my community the best way I can.
For sure.
Well, let me just say, Big X, I want to personally commend you, and I salute.
Make some noise, clap it up. He gave Man, and that's real,
He
bro.
being modest for real.
I know, and that's what's kind of getting me right now. But he said it's new, Leah, so I ain't want to cut you off.
No, yeah, I want to salute the both of you, but Gutter Dave, he already knows what it is, how I feel about him, but you personally, I just want to say to you, that's what we need. We need men like you who have been in the streets, who know what's really going on, to step up, to become those community leaders. Even like you said, you didn't intend to be you probably don't even realize that that's what you are, but that's what you are. And you maybe didn't even set out to be a community leader, but that's what you've become. And we need men like you to step up to the plate and show these younger boys, that this is what used to be the way, or what we used to show you was the way isn't really the way. Like we need a new way. We got to go in a new direction. And as a woman who was affected by violence, my daughter's father was murdered, and my daughter just the other day was crying because she had to start high school, and she's like, I wish my dad was here. I don't understand this. I don't get it. And we're still affected by this 15 years later. So I just want to say that I commend you, and I appreciate that you're stepping up, willing to stand up and make a stand, and set an example for this younger generation.
Yes, and I feel like what Gutter Dave said, it has to come from our streets.
Yes.
They relate to, they grow up looking at y'all, and I know now a lot of, I see, I look at the Facebook post and how the OGs or the hood men respond to the violence. Like, man, these little dudes ain't the same. These are a whole different breed. Yeah, but at the end of the day, a lot of y'all they looked up to. So to see the whole shift and the change in y'all, coming from y'all, is powerful. And that's what they need to see.
Yeah.
And for real, I don't think it's no other way besides our own community needs to heal our own community. Yeah. This time we got to step up. We keep trying to put it, it's weird. We contradict ourselves a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We don't like the police in one moment, but then who do we call when something happens?
Absolutely.
So I feel like once more people hold themselves accountable, like what he did, and like he said, he ended up saying this is a passion. This is probably what his calling was.
Yeah.
He may not understand, but this your purpose. Yeah. It's time. It was time. Sometimes it's timing.
And when it's your purpose, that's what God has aligned for your life, and everything's just gonna fall into place because He's gonna make it fall into place, and that's just how it happans.
And we got social media jumping right now. Y'all can call in and weigh into the conversation.
Shout out to our listeners.
419-540-3566. And if you didn't hear that,
what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
So, Gutter, as we just, again, the phone lines are about to blow up here shortly. And what happens sometimes is people are looking through looking at the show live on their phone, so it's kind of hard to get off their phone and don't want to miss it. But, Gutter, you was about to speak to what Leah and Bria was just talking about.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying he had to step up and be courageous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people right now that's in between, or people that's in the streets, it don't matter if you used to be a gang member or you still an active gang member. Mm-hmm. You got to be courageous and step up and want change, because that's where things get better, when you see change. Every invention you ever saw, it was a need for it. You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's a need for people that's in the streets to be courageous. And people, and like me and Treese, they got resources. We need to challenge ourselves to accommodate that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way it's gonna work.
That's such a huge point. And what I like that you are leading and assisting with, Gutter, is like you said, it's not coming through. Oftentimes we see people want to help communities, but don't want the communities to be involved in the help. How the hell you gonna come help the south side, the north side, the west side, but you don't want to bring nobody from that side to help? Right. It doesn't make sense. And so I am glad that we have the platform now that they are listening to you, Gutter, and they're letting you bring leaders from those neighborhoods influence the neighborhoods.
Yes. Shout out to the Arts Commission, man, for giving me.
Oh, man, big shout out to the Art Commission.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, yeah, you work for the Art Commission? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's neighborhood work, community development, you know what I'm saying? Like, creating viable communities is like what they stand for, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing this crazy type of stuff like this, you know what I mean? Like, they let me do it, and that's real.
It is, and we have our own personal story to that. But I want to say, I want to ask you a little bit, and that's for all of us. DJ Breezy, Leah, Gutter, Big Blood, and I'll start with Big Blood. Now you got those who was close to you and thought they supported you, now they seeing you trying to make a different curve, and you got to adjust that mentally, or you got to be looked at as, are you lame, or you, because sometimes we get into some of the behaviors and habits that we enjoy, and now they look at, oh, Trees, you like still coming over here doing that? Hell yeah, I do. I'm a real person. So how do you make those adjustments? And that's a question I would ask all of y'all when it's not popular and your people look at you like, oh man, you fake.
Me, honestly, I take it as motivation. That's what pushed me harder. Because you believe that I'm going to fail. You feel me? If you look at me that way,
expect the unexpected.
And you don't respect what I'm doing, and you my friend, that pushed me. I want to show you that I'm going to be successful in the end and show you that I'm going to help some of these youths out.
Oh, Bree.
And what I want to put out here is success does not acclimate material things.
What you mean?
I want to say, I think a lot of our kids are conditioned to feel like you're not successful if you ain't got the Benz, you ain't got the chains,
the big house,
the rims. Of course, you know, that's what a lot of that's just how we have been conditioned, you know, in our hoods. And most of them people that have that, they
it's the real life podcast. Expect the unexpected.
They got a lot of healing going on. You know what I'm saying? Where that's all they got. You don't want that. That's not what wealth is. That's not what success is. So I think once we start changing that, give them the education and show them, you know what I'm saying? Like once you get older and once you mature, and now with what's going on, it's becoming younger and younger. 15, 14, like come on, like we got these little babies in the streets and they chasing after the wrong thing.
Yep.
And like he just said, he telling his homies he's successful regardless. But his success is how many lives he's saving.
Yes.
In the long run. Him putting himself out there to change the mindset of somebody he can touch. And it's the thing, I want people to understand, when you put yourself out there, don't look at trying to save the whole masses.
Oh.
Because sometimes
less is more.
Sometimes it might just be one person you can reach.
And you're not going to be able to save everybody.
You're not going to be able to save everybody. I think people get discouraged once they start. Like, oh, it's not helping. It's not helping. I'm doing this. I'm putting my work out here. Why aren't more kids? It could, if you save one kid.
If you affected one kid, impacted one child.
You did your job. And we just have to stay focused with that.
Yes, absolutely.
And consistent.
Absolutely. As far as like trying to stay balanced, I'm like at the end of the day, I'm an open book. Like people who know me know who I am, and if you feel like anything I do isn't genuine or is you know, is like, you know, whatever, you know, like for the camera or for like, then you just really don't know me.
Right.
You know, and the people who really do know me and know Leah Renee, like on the inside, they know that like what I'm passionate about. They know that I've been working at this and working on this for years, and they know that the things that I do in the community or you know, even beyond my career is something that really is something,
passionate.
yeah, something that I'm passionate about. So if a person feels like I'm fake, or if they're like, oh, one day she's talking about God and then the next day that's why I talk about God, because I am a mess and I'm still learning.
Working it out.
I'm still working it out. It's working out Wednesday. So I don't care. Like I'm at the point in my life and it's a freeing feeling when you get there that you just I don't care what people have to say about me. Like either you love me or you don't. And if you don't, then you can go on. Like it is what it is, because the people who know me and love me, they know that I'm a genuine, humble, good-hearted, loving person. So that's just what it is.
And one thing that we always discuss, there are nearly 7 billion people in the world. If 1 billion of that 7 billion does not like either one of us in here, do you know we got 6 more billion to go? And I don't think I can handle all of them. Gutter, Big Blood, I see y'all see in the comments. Thank you so much to our listeners and followers. But I see there's a message that was directly to you that knew about a situation that you did. I want you to speak to that person, and because this is an interactive podcast. I said that was our girl Tanetta Meyer. She said, I was so proud to see your courage with the police the other night. What was she speaking about specifically?
Well, we was having a little barbecue for my little brother's birthday at Smith Park.
Okay.
The whole day, we started barbecuing at 5. The whole day we ain't see no police. It was a great day and everything. I tell everybody to start cleaning up. You know, I know they on their way. It's dark time, they on their way. So start cleaning up. So I'm finishing on the grill. I look up, I see everybody running. It's 30 police cars hitting the corner.
Coming to the park.
Coming to the park.
TPD, Toledo Police Department.
Got 100 kids out here, man. What is y'all coming to this park like that for? We not doing nothing. But at the same time, I did cuss them out and do, you know me. I hate the police. Well, I don't hate the police. Let me take that back. I don't hate the police. I dislike some police officers. Because some police officers, as they see, when they pull up and they see you and they look up your record, that's who you is from that point on.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I don't respect them, but I want to thank them police, though.
Wow.
There's a lot going on in the city. You know? And the sergeant broke it down to me, man. He like, I could be saving y'all. It's 100 of y'all the Bloods, y'all so-called the Bloods or whatever. And y'all in the middle of the park, y'all easy target right now. And I respect them for that, you know. Because at the time I wasn't thinking, but they was right. You know, it's too much going on. You know, we was an easy target at that moment. Anybody could have came through the cut.
What we seeing going on in the pandemic and the shootings and things. So you're actually saying TPD actually kind of, you had to take a moment and just hear what he said and listen to what he said, and it wasn't necessarily coming in that aggression. But I will say this, doing the City Park basketball, it is we are a handful to handle.
Yes.
So you just coming in a way that's a aggression on aggression. It is threatening, but I'm glad that you was able to pull through. Were there any arrests made or anything like that, or they were able to?
The way I was and how hype I was, I saved everybody from arrest.
So because it came to you, you took on that.
I took on the heat,
you caught you took one for the team.
You know, when he was talking to me, he came to me as a man.
Wow. So shout out to that sergeant.
Before, but he stepped to me as a man that night. I started thinking, you know, and I'm like, he is right, because after the peace rally, after we marched, you don't know this, Dave, I took the rest of the food to the hood to feed the homies. As we in the trunk, somebody came through the cut shooting at us.
Are you serious?
Oh
right after the
feeding
march,
feeding folks.
Feeding.
Right after the march.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's important for just as y'all had that conversation, I think the police department needs to make this a priority for them on how they deal with our people. Not every encounter is how he experienced. And then, you know, with him, you know, like he said, he was a certain way off the bat. But a lot of our people are scared. And they have a right to be. We all had encounters where it's just like, you know, like he said, they see you and it's just one thing. They already have this attitude. It's like they had this mindset just patrolling our city. Yeah. And when they encounter, I feel like if it's understanding, if they even come off, it take both sides to me.
Yes, absolutely.
So
because sometimes I think we too, like Tree said, we are allowed to handle sometimes, and we're already on guard, and some of us are scared, but others are already, you know, when the police are approaching, well, yeah, I got you know, and it's like, you don't have to be aggressive either. You know, we have to all, you know, take accountability for ourselves and the way we respond, you know, and like me and Treese were just talking about yesterday, you know, I'm guilty of this. We have to learn how to listen and not listen to react, you know?
Yes.
Huge. Right now, we got to take a break, and we're going to way back in. We got more to come right here on the #1 urban media podcast in the world, right here, presented to you by the 419 Grind Podcast exclusive.
Hey, yo, Lane, check dig, man. I was just sitting back reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we was youngsters, you know what I'm saying? That old West End used to rock. St. Anne's jump, you know?
When children used to see the test every day. I used to go to Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Toledo. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Listen, I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad, mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. Sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried
Toledo's
themselves
own.
like women. I wish I could go back and
Keep showing love to the
visit,
music.
'cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day.
CJ Mack, Lane Ridley, Bobcat, the old Toledo, right here on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yeah, okay. I feel where you going, CJ. Okay, man. It's your boy Bobcat, man. Just reminiscing. Check this.
When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 16 double O until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Arden Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Plera. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Plenty in Philly and all was repping for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumping, Southwick was slumping. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumping. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day. When kids really used to go outside and play. When females used to carry themselves as women. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Welcome back to the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show, brought to you by the 419 Podcast. We having fun in the city, just a whole vibe. And when I say fun, it's just a whole vibe. We thank y'all for staying to us. We having some great dialogue, great conversation as we talk. We work it out Wednesday with DJ Breezy,
Yes.
Big Blood, Gutter Dave, and the lovely host, Miss Leah Renee.
Hey, hey.
So wait a minute. That was a little bit of Toledo's own music right here. What's the vibe in here? What's the vibe you feeling in the studio, Big Blood? What's the vibe you feeling right now, man?
It's a great vibe.
Gutter, what's the vibe you feeling? What's the vibe you getting in? Yeah. What's the vibe in here? What's the vibe?
I like young dude DM3.
Okay.
I like the Trend Twins. I like YM.
I said, what's the vibe in the studio? Expect the unexpected. That boy ain't checked out of here. Come back, Gutter Day.
Yeah, we vibing in here, man. It's all real people, real ones up here, man.
DJ Breezy, what's the vibe? I see you kicked on your live. What's your vibe in the studio?
Hey, shout out to Ty, Realer Brand. It represents what we got going on in here. So it's good. We discussing what we need to discuss and all good vibes, good energy. So that make it better.
Leah, and we got viewers and listeners weighing in.
Absolutely. We got some of our viewers on the live. Tanetta, Fred Lefevre on the live. We got
Good morning,
Lefevre on the
Fred.
live. Good morning, Fred, and thank you for chiming in. He says, thoughts on city's new initiatives with violence interrupters. What do you guys got to say about that?
Well, it's funny that it's funny. Well, I was on a call when they was kind of talking about it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, That's a good idea. It's a great idea.
What exactly, for people who don't know what that is, what is it exactly?
So basically, instead of police and different people handling it, community leaders, it would be a group of people designated to handle things in different areas.
Okay.
So we had this same conversation, me and a couple of other community leaders, me, Treese, Chris McBair,
Brother Muhammad.
Yep, Brother Muhammad. We sat and came up with that same idea. We just never moved forward
And
with it.
Blair.
And Blair, yeah.
And Blair Johnson.
So now she got this, and she got the literature to come with it. You know what I'm saying?
So a little backstory about that to answer that question. In 2014, I led a initiative put on by UMADOP, the Urban Minority Alcohol Drug Abuse Outreach Program. It was called GRIP, and it was called the Gang Reduction Intervention Program. Started, and it was a offshoot of what Fred is speaking of, what the city here in Toledo is starting for the violence interrupters. It started in Chicago. They had former gang members, former OGs that was solidified killer shooters and did everything dope. Everything you wanted to do, they went back to the streets with the backing of the city officials and leaders to help reduce that violence. And this was in 2014. This is something that many of because even our former mayor, Paula Hicks Hudson, she even tried to initiate that and kick that off. They had went out to California to bring it back. So it's good to see that the city is trying to be proactive. But what I will say, because it has been tried, what will this city administration do to have success with it? Because it could have success. And I think having people like you, Gutter, and having people at the table, bringing the neighborhoods who have influence to be the change. Yeah. It was so many other people that they wanted to come and be shaped in a certain way. No, you're not going to reach my neighborhood with all that friendly ass talking.
Right.
And you got to be willing to say, Treese, I know that's you. And we got to take that a part of it. And what we don't want to do sometimes is when it doesn't look like them, they don't want to present it. They want to, for example, they told us one time that with some of the activities in some of our inner city parks, they didn't want convicted felons. Well, you come handle some of these kids out of the Newtown apartments.
That makes no sense to me.
And that's what sometimes our leaders do. You come handle some of these kids off Belmont. They want the college students, not knocking nobody because I'm a college graduate, but we got to use those that have the influence. So if these initiatives that our city officials want to put in place, don't come pulling people in that ain't got no relationship to help the situation.
That's one of the reasons I really wanted to do this, man. That's why I told Gutter, me growing up, I ain't know that white man.
Absolutely.
I ain't know that pastor.
Right.
I ain't know this man. So why the fuck am I going to sit here and listen to you?
Right.
You ain't nobody to me.
Right.
One more time, I don't think they heard you.
And we got social distancing in place now. So it's really crazy. Repeat what you just said. No, it ain't no relationship.
Ain't no relationship. I ain't know that. I don't know you. So why would I listen to you? I've been promised shit all my life.
Ooh.
Right.
That's why we doing this. So we ain't making promises. We putting it in your face.
Right.
So come take these opportunities at this park.
And what I want to touch on too, when he's talking about all my life, we might as well just dive into this.
Work it out Wednesday.
So
let's work it out.
All my life.
A lot of times people have this perception that when the youth run to the streets, they don't have family. And that's not the case. It's about who and how they can reach. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, it could be a female with a mom and dad at home, a male with a mom and dad at home. They just may not have that relationship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just not there. So it's somebody around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, big blood. That's my bro. You know, got a whole brother at home.
Y'all heard what the woman preached, sister.
Big blood, that's my bro though. That's my family. A lot of times our kids and our youth do that. Mm-hmm. So then when stuff happen and it pop off, everybody like, where the family at? How y'all letting such and such? Ties back into our community and our big bloods. Our, everybody got somebody they look to that's in the streets. Mm-hmm. Look up to. Time to, like, what he doing? He setting a tone.
Yes.
So it's like, how y'all out here making this money? Y'all toting. Y'all on Facebook Live all the time, flashing everything. money this, money that. But what youth have you touched besides your
Big
own?
grown men too. Like,
grown men.
Pushing 50.
We're going to let the ladies talk.
I want to say that one time, man. Quit getting all this money and you're not doing nothing for your community.
Not doing anything.
And that's to anybody that's getting the bag right now, them check.
I ain't getting that much money, man.
You ain't getting that PUA?
All my events at the park, I spend that money out of my pocket. Last summer, man, every Sunday, family day at Smith Park, I went broke.
To make sure we
My
had.
dudes ain't get, what's $10, $15, man? I got bouncy houses, food, all that, man. Get back to your community, man.
Yes.
I don't care what you doing out here. Whatever you doing, you hustling, hey, do what you do.
See,
but get back to the people that need you, man.
Now wait a minute. What about those that just help out? What if I got a bag, but I'm out here with you to help you? Is that the same way?
It's the same. It's
Whatever
support.
you can to do it, take a village. It's just simple as that. It take a village, and you gotta look at that in a broad spectrum. The village is. I'm not gonna let your kid throw his life away. The village is. I'm not gonna let Big Blood pay for the whole park event by himself. The village is. I ain't got no money, but I got some time. What y'all need?
Y'all need me to clean the bag. Y'all need me to pick up a garbage can.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was telling Jesse, and I think Temp. What's our Temp? Van Gogh.
Oh, Tempest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tempest. Yeah. I met him doing at one of your events downtown. That do the graphic designs and the music. Big shout out to Temp.
Shout out Tempest.
I met him downtown Toledo at the 90s back R&B, the R&B thing that y'all put together. You and Tracy. Yeah. What was it? Back in the day?
90s back Park Jam.
Park Jam.
Yeah.
I met him cleaning up the park afterwards. He's grabbing chairs. He brought his
sister too. Never brought to the hood ever. Brought his sister.
Man, he cleaning up the grabbing chairs.
And for y'all who don't know, Tempest is white.
Yeah.
He is white. Check him out. Make sure.
The white dude to try to act black. He the white dude. He cool like that.
That's our. That's
and
our
check
brother.
him out on the 419 Grind. There's an exclusive interview with him right here on the 419 podcast. But to everybody's point, what you give don't necessarily have to be money.
No.
Your time matters, Leah.
Exactly, it matters. It's just like with even with tithing. You know what I'm saying? If you're a spiritual person, tithing isn't necessarily giving financial 10%. If you're giving yourself, if you giving of yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing it willingly, not grudgingly. You know what I'm saying? Something that you're doing just because it's out of the kindness of your heart.
Great point, babe.
You're not looking to get any credit. You're not looking to get anything in return. You're literally just doing it out of the kindness of your heart because you want to see someone else do better in life, and that's it. And people need to do that. Like it's simple.
And no, it's interesting because the pastor's on there like, no, just give me your time. Wait, throw something with that time. Because she's like, because if that's the case, man, I'm showing up. I'm driving the van. I'm cleaning the parking lot. I ain't got to throw nothing.
But that's the thing. If a lot more people realize that, maybe they would give their time then.
Yes.
You know, it's not always about the dollar, period. And if pastors are saying that it's about the dollar, then they may not be, hey, listen, I don't know about that.
Things.
Okay, you might need to check your pastor.
And for people who may not know, like for example, if you have a service, if it's something you're good at, that's what you can donate. It's not about money.
That's what
like
I mean.
for my example, I'm a DJ. That's what I do. So I give back to all. Anytime I can, I donate my time.
Exactly.
To any community event that I can do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cost. You know, how can I help you? Exactly. How can I help this event make it better than, you know, where you ain't got to worry. Let me save you just the DJ part.
Absolutely.
Just put forth your efforts in what you know you're good to do.
And that's what Gutter said.
We're good at doing.
No, but Bree, you are right. So it ain't just something you just saying, because when I told Gutter Dave that this was Working Out Wednesday with DJ Breezy, he said just that. Oh, that's my girl. She donated her time, her DJ services, bring her.
And that's what I'm talking about.
And it was cost nothing. So to have this vibe in the studio come to life was just what we needed. Gutter, before the break, we was talking about this event. And the reason why this event matters, and as Big Blood just said, man, don't just come out here if you ain't trying to help. Everybody got to get dirty. They used to get mad at the City Park League because we had if you wanted to vend at City Park, which we had to permit, you got to put in on this. And I didn't care if the city came through. Everybody's got to have some skin in the game to make sure that this is safe, successful, and that's why we have nearly 20 years of providing that summer basketball through every administration. So when y'all put on events like what y'all putting on, it ain't, like you said, just show time, just showing up.
Yes,
some of them same brothers that sit out on dailies, okay, if y'all ain't throwing nothing, just still walk with your bro.
Right. Just support.
Wait, say that again. No, we need people to hear that because this might be where they can help.
Go pick them little dudes off that's hanging out on the block, man. Bring them to the park, man. Bring them, show them these opportunities that we got for them. And grown folks, too. We got opportunities for everybody, man.
So what's September 12th?
That's our problem as black people, bro. We don't take advantage of the free opportunities, bro. These is real life opportunities that never happened.
And then we sit up and cry saying that the white man is holding us down.
Or ain't nobody did nothing for me.
So that brings us to the point. If it's a real life opportunity, what opportunities we got going on September 12th?
Program opportunities, job opportunities, guest speakers, gotta been interacting with LMHA, the driver clinic, clerk of courts. You could, man. What in the history of Toledo?
Okay, here we go.
To Smith, when could you go to any park and try to get a nonviolent warrant cleared? You got to go downtown.
Now y'all bringing them to you. Y'all bringing them to the neighborhood.
This the main thing. This the main thing. I lost my thought.
It's hard. You getting older. It's hard. We got you. So wait. He was saying about the services and the resources that y'all are about, the warrants that y'all about to bring to the park that people can take.
That's what it helps. Robin from ProMedica coming with the health screens.
Oh, that's amazing.
LMHA coming and bringing all the opportunities that they got going on. So it's programs and things that they got going on that you can come learn about them, sign up for them possibly. You know what I'm saying? The amount of resources is limited. It's unlimited. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing about it is the takeaway of this event, the speakers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
The conversations.
Together. No, here we go. I remember. So when I was on Facebook, I was watching his Facebook. He did an event prior to this where he had the movies in the park. He paid for it, barbecue, all that, right? So he said this year, Smith Park is for everybody. All that no fly zone stuff, throw that out the window. A young dude popped on there no, this is no fly zone. He said, no, not this year. What you say, Woo? Or something? He said, no, not this year.
He's saying
speaking to 22.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What does no fly zone mean for people like me? Okay, got you.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, got you.
So he said
same
that.
thing with Wilson.
I didn't realize that really went on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the little dude said,
not for big blood.
He rocked the city.
So you said this year, that there was that wasn't going down this year. Everybody's
and the little
welcome.
dude said, I got you, big bro, 100. And I just, in my mind, I was like, I know what we doing is everything, and it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Because that was confirmation if I ain't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Like the change, like a lot of these OGs and people that's a certain age, because OGs is his age now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these dudes don't got the courage to be like, look, chill out on that. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, I ain't even trying to preach to you. That's wrong.
Period.
Think about it. You know what I mean? I ain't got to get that deep. You know this is wrong. You kill y'all babies and y'all killing each other before y'all even know what y'all want to be.
And that's why you said about the relationships.
I was just gonna say it's almost like that father's voice. You think of a family unit, right? And a kid, the kids, especially boys, don't listen to the moms. We're putty in their hands, But when that man says something, all it takes is just that tone and that seriousness, and a kid is like, yes, sir. They straighten right up. Not, it takes you men to just say, no, this ain't going down. That's not what it's about to be. And then they're going to fall into play,
So, Leah and Breezy, how can the women support, and just using this as an example.
I'm ready for this one.
How can the women support efforts like this? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Jack Ford told me, rest in heaven, Jack Ford, he said, you can't do nothing in the black community, Montrese, without the black woman. And he was married to a white woman. And Jack Ford, the late Jack Ford, said, you can't do nothing in the black community without the black woman.
Women got to step up on this.
Let me tell you, and I'm not downing our women, because we have plenty of mothers who are strict, and the strict moms. You got kids that will rebel, but then we also have these moms out here that's knowing what's going on is in their face, and they're not doing anything about it.
But what can you do for real? What can a mom do? Like she said, that dad ain't there.
But listen,
or that male voice.
Listen, it's your household.
Work it out.
Keep the press on them. At no time should you just say, I can't do it no more, and just give your kid to the streets.
Expect
At
the
least
unexpected.
the tough love part is what's hard for a lot of moms to do.
And it's so hard.
And a lot of people judge moms with tough love. You know, me on my hand, I'm raising my kids to know. Don't put me in a position where I have to be tough on you, because I'm gonna show you that tough love.
Period.
If I have to call and it's messed up, but this is why our community needs to start implementing the same things that this country has created for discipline.
Wait a minute. What's the community? Because people get confused
our community,
with that.
our neighborhoods, our streets.
So you saying the people that live on your block, Macomber, Belmont, Putnam,
We
you
got
saying
all
that's the
these
community?
buildings. We got all this, so we can have our own detention center. We ain't gotta send them to the juvenile detention center. You know, so many people that saying they want hands-on. So many people that have buildings. You know, all these dudes that's, I got building, I got properties, X, Y, and Z. All right, where your group home?
What you doing with them
what you doing with it?
Now, is it
Where can a mom send her child when she can't do it?
Okay. Now, I have those resources, and we got to go to a break, and this is really
Okay.
good, and we got to come back. But some people might have those resources and not really know how to do it, and trust and have confidence that if I do choose what you said choose, it's going to work out in my favor, because we oftentimes need to see the vision. So
I get that, but then at the same time, the ones who put their hands off, you don't care where they at anyway.
Wait, what you mean?
When they just say they're done, they give up. They not putting no more effort in their kids. They don't even know where their kids at every night.
Insanity right there.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of our mindsets we're dealing with.
And don't go nowhere. It's right here on the all new. I'm talking about we working it out Wednesday right here on the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented to you by the 419 Podcast. Like us, share us, love us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self, is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast
That
presented
name-
by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long?
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-Explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse, gender roles, living with family members, cheating, raising kids, family upbringing, being there for your spouse, finances, being a wife and a husband, trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things.
Took a while.
It's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken a
fun
while.
part. We're
Yep.
learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
I like
it's not
that.
an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It be a lot. She definitely gets on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves.
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self,
And I am Arlinda Self.
and this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
Morning Show right now in the studio. We got Work It Out Wednesday with the lovely Leah Renee, DJ Breezy, Gutter
morning.
Dave, and Big Blood. And if those that were just chiming in, you can always look back at this on YouTube. Call in right now. Weigh into the conversation.
What's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
So Gutter then posed a question to Bree, and glad we got this little table in here because they working it out. The women have to step in, and
Yes.
Gutter said something very prominent. He said that where did we get our first love from, Leah? He said, Mom.
Yeah.
Leah, Bree, You said, yes, that's right. But your response to that was that, yes, women need to step in. But how do we step in? How does the women step in to assist with these efforts?
Yep. Because I know, just me personally watching my mom, my son's biological father is away for murdering somebody. You know what I'm saying? He's what, 11? 10, going on 11. My son's 10. So a lot of times we have a condition. I'm not going to say a condition, but it's a lot of common ground in a lot of our households. Whether someone was taken away for violence, because of violence, drugs, alcoholism, depression, anxiety, so many factors of why the man isn't there. And like I was telling Gutter Dave, I feel like a lot of times the mothers try to compensate that absence of the father and not be the actual pillar they need to be to their child. We could let stuff slide, not be on a discipline like we need to. Oh, that's okay, and then a lot of times the moms use the father being gone as an excuse. Oh, his daddy not here. Oh, he don't got no father figure. But then not actually actively trying and consistently making it a better situation. Not looking for these resources. You know, to me, it's not an excuse. We're on Facebook 24/7. It's 2020. We can't go by, well, this is what my mama did, this is what my auntie did. You know, we got to change the dynamic of it. It's so many programs out here, but you don't want to put forth that effort to pick up that phone. You don't want to put the press on the own child in your own family when you know there's a lack or there's a void there. So us as women, like he said, we have to step it up. We have to.
Well, one of the things that I want us to all be mindful of, fuck a program.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing no programs in 2020. The reason I say programs is because the individuals that bring programs leaves. Big Blood said that earlier. You bring these opportunities, but when the money stop, is you still gonna have that relationship that you built with me. We don't do well with programs. Bree, Leah, Gutter, Big Blood, y'all don't want to do no goddamn program. I don't want to do, but I will do an activity.
No, wait.
I will do some type of workshop.
It depends though, because I know it's a lot of programs that just couldn't, and that gets funding, but they didn't have no man, they didn't have kids. There was no enrollment.
The programming need to go to the right people.
It needs to go to the right people that won't give up, and then we also need to utilize, like they said earlier, utilize what we have. We don't do that. They're sitting here. There's people done started programs, whether it's a program, whether it's not. Any person's efforts to even try to help you, we don't use it.
Are we taking in, Gutter, Big Blood? Are we taking in somebody's personal? We say they don't use it, but we never. We had a young man come in yesterday that's going to intern here, and when he got here, he didn't make no excuses. He said, "Are y'all in the studio?" Me and Jesse was here. He said, "Man, I'm gonna get there." Boom. We was waiting while he was taking so long, but he got here. When he got here, he said, "Man, he's 18 years old." He said, "Man, y'all don't know what it took for me to get here." And I was like, because at first when he came in, I'm in Incredible Hulk mode, like, bro, you was supposed. He said, "Man, I locked my keys. I had to find a ride." So after he left and met with us and interned and said what he was gonna do, I asked him to take the trash out. He said, "No problem, I got to. I got it." And he took it, didn't say anything. I said, "Is your ride out there?" He said, "I don't have a ride. I'm gonna go over the rumors and sit down and wait till my ride come." Mm-hmm. So we often say what people don't take advantage of, and we don't know their story. I was ready to go in on him. He gonna take to the dumpster, Gutter the trash that I said that he would take. Didn't know he didn't have a car. He said I was gonna sit at Rumors, a restaurant, till my grandmother, somebody came to pick me up. So is we saying that they don't apply? Or do we not?
I don't know.
Do we don't hear their whole story?
I'm gonna let them go first. I got a little small winded response.
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's in between.
It's in between,
You know,
yeah.
It's in between because some people just sit around and they have that transportation.
They do.
They could be at an event right across the street. They go sit and look out their window, and they know they need them whatever
Resources.
they do. Resources, you know they need them resources. Just like I had driver license warrants, you know. I was gonna go. I couldn't wait till Saturday. I need my warrants cleared.
Period. So I'm using what
The
we bring
resources,
in.
Right.
yeah.
But the gang unit caught me the other day. So you know. It's in between though. That's all I can say. Really,
Because
it's in
trees,
between.
they find a way to what they want to. You get what
Just
I'm
like
saying?
he did.
They
He
find
made a way to
when
get
it's when they want to do it. It could be, man, let it be a little lady that they trying to see across the way. They probably ain't talk to that uncle. They will walk, okay? They will walk for a piece of that pea.
So do the relationship, Gutter and Leah, do the relationship matter in me attending an event or a program?
Do the relationship between the person?
Yes.
It shouldn't, but yeah, it do sometimes. You know,
Leah?
it shouldn't.
What do you mean exactly?
If you saw a program and activity and you knew somebody there, would you be more willing to go to that place, resource, or whatever if you knew somebody there?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've personally went to events because I knew the person holding it or hosting it or whatever, and I just wanted to support that person and whatever it was that they were doing. Or if the cause was something that I was like, oh yeah, that's a dope, obviously that's a dope cause, then yeah, I want to be a part of that. And especially, like I said earlier with Dave, I know anything that he's doing is going to be something for the kids, and it's something that's coming from his heart. Like, it's something that's going to impact our kids. And so anything that I can ever try to do to help, I'm always like, let me know, I'll definitely get involved. But just to go back to what you guys were saying a minute ago about mothers, I do agree that we have to all do better, but I don't think it's fair to put it on either. Like, we can't say it's up to the men, we can't say it's up to the women, we can't say women aren't doing this and men aren't doing this, because there's a percentage of women and there's a percentage of men who really care, who really are trying to make an impact, trying to make an effort, and then there's just a large percentage of people who just aren't. And no matter how much we sit up here and say what you need to do, they don't care. They don't care about what we're talking about right now in this moment. Mm-hmm. So I think that we need to think less about what they need to do and the people who don't care need to do, because we can't focus on them. We have to come together as the people who do actually care, and we have to figure out, okay, what can the people who do care do? Like, if they are in a situation where they say they don't have transportation or they don't have the resources, what can they do? Like, how can we need to give a solution for the people who do want to help? If they actually are in a situation where they can't help and they're really like, I do want to get involved, but I literally I don't got no money, I don't got no car, how can I be of help to someone? Like, how we have to give solutions of how they can help,
So I want to dial back to that the parental accountability. So I'm gonna give you a good example. The Me Summit, right?
Yep.
You went to
the We and Me Summit.
Me and We Summit. It was everything, right? Like, I learned more from that than any experience I ever had my whole life.
Tell them a little bit what that was, though.
So Chris McBriar came up with a concept to empower men and women, young men and women, through a series of different
basic living skills.
And I learned so much myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not uneducated. You feel me? So
as an adult.
As an adult, I learned myself things like he was. So this is the thing what people were doing. They said they want their kid to learn boxing. They want their kid to do lawn mowing, right? They was bringing them then. That was wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Because see, the whole thing about the Me Summit was you got a village. You got 20 plus adults that your kid can have a positive interaction with, and when your kid out here, it's a safe place. So when your kid out here doing something, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more people that'll hold your kid accountable of being successful. Yep. You feel me? So that's what people was missing. They wasn't bringing their kids. Oh, I don't want them to learn that. I want them to learn lawn mowing. No, you should have brought your kid for that positive interaction. Mm-hmm. So when he out here clowning, me or Treese gonna see him and be like, bro, I'm gonna say something Sunday, dog. You know what I mean? Sunday I'm gonna see your mom. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what people be missing when they pick and choose what they want their kid to be involved with. So like me, this is me. My dedication to youth, ain't not one child in this world that don't mean more than any of you in this room. So say my sister, anybody, right? And a little baby named Timmy, little white boy named Timmy, falling off a cliff. I'm gonna pick Timmy every time. It don't matter who it is. Because a kid mean more to me than any adult. They don't have the opportunity to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So people don't think like that about their kids. Like the same way you want to be successful, you should want your kid to flourish and be successful. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't what's going on. People is worried more about the relationship and accommodating for a man in a house than what can they bring to a child.
Exactly.
Because it don't take a whole household to do any of that. Yeah. Like, people don't know the background I come from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was installed things by my big bros. My big bros installed things in me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, Tree stay on me about everything. Everything. You feel me? And he probably be like, this dude don't never listen to nothing I say. I'm listening to everything and I'm taking it with me every moment
Hustle
of my
vision.
life. You feel me? So that's all it is. You know what I mean? We gotta care about the youth the same way we care about everything else in life and put them in the forefront of it because they the future of our life.
Just like Marcus Williams is weighing in.
Yes.
Marcus saying, I just think that if mothers and fathers see the value in working together, it will have a direct impact on our kids. He also says, hold on, they ready to talk, y'all. This thing jumping. Just because the relationship ends doesn't mean the kids don't matter.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to speak from the women's side because I know, I got 3 kids of my own. A lot of time women.
Beautiful kids too.
Thank you. They put their own, we put our own.
Hit the love button, hit the like buttons.
Disappointments and the hurt and the pain onto the kids and don't realize it.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to tell y'all, I had gun violence hit our home a few times this year. And
2020?
2020.
And during the pandemic?
Before and during.
Wow.
And we're dealing with multiple parents in this. And I had one parent tell me when the father was trying to step in and take over, it don't matter what the father didn't do before.
Right.
This is a situation where the father's here, ready to take responsibility and do what he can. The mom gonna say, let it be an option for the child. Mind the child's a minor. Oh, it depends on what he want to do. He said it's too late. How are you gonna help your child? Mind you, you already done let it lead up to this. Life almost gone. Father's here trying to step in, and you're denying that. You're not putting a press on. Because it shouldn't have been, in my eyes, it shouldn't have been no matter what you want to do. You're going with your father. Y'all gonna mean whatever, and he gonna do what he need to do, because I've tried. I've been here. I've been trying all this time, and it hasn't been working. Your father's here. You're going. But it's not, like, it's just.
I totally feel you, Bree. I feel you on that. But also, I think it matters with certain situations because, again, like Tree said, you never know the backstory. And I mean, if a father hasn't been in a child's life, say, their whole life, and then they come in at 15, like, I'm here now, I want to be the daddy. I mean, come on, you can't just come in like that, authoritative like that. You have to now, I think that it's never too late. You definitely should come in and be willing to build a relationship, but you can't just come in like, you know what I'm saying? Because a child, you haven't been there. That child hasn't gained any respect for you. He doesn't even know you. He or she doesn't even know you. And you have to build that relationship up,
I understand that, but I feel like, because in this, like I said, this was a situation where this person is gun violence involved.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like that father, even though they haven't been there, should still get that chance, because you're gonna still want help from somebody, a stranger.
Yeah.
A stranger
I agree. That father should definitely still
I
get
think
a
the
chance.
parents have to put aside. I think basically what it is no matter the past hurts, the breakup, parents have to stick together and come together when it comes to parenting and the right decisions for the children. Because when the children see it's well, my mama don't mess with you, my daddy feel this way about you, the kids, they play off of that.
Okay, so that's a great point. But I want us to always keep in mind our kids and the kids know the situations when mom or dad ain't around.
Right.
So, yes, you want me to go with my daddy, but do you know what's going on at my daddy's house? Yes, you want me to go with my mama, but do you know what's going on at mama house? And then we get mad, go with your daddy, go with your mama.
Yeah.
Case in point, my son lives in Rochester, Michigan, by the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Palace of Auburn Hills neighborhood, he lives in a gated community in a $500,000 home. That look a lot different than the south side of Toledo.
Right.
He hears different shots and things of that nature. So when sometimes his mom come back and say, well, he didn't want to tell you, but he was nervous with them gunshots. But then we get to argue like, you can't let my son come in. Whoa.
Yeah, it all different factors do come into play.
Not saying we have answers, but we have to be willing to listen to our kids, because they will help tell us. Because he might just say, Mama, I don't mind coming. Can you come too? Or can I leave back with you? So there were some things that we learn about that, because you're right. We oftentimes, especially as men, we get into that. That's why when we have like an event like this, I think it is so prevalent to what you said, Leah and Bree, that even if we don't understand. I'll give y'all a case in point. Last week, a couple weeks ago, there was an All Queens pop-up shop. My son's mother came to the pop-up shop with our family. My son, he was like, "What, Mama? What you doing here? What? How long you gonna be here?" He nervous. He didn't know how, because he hadn't seen us operate in that space. Right. So we have an event that y'all have, and now we gonna say we need the women to come together who don't have a really good relationship, and then we like. One of the things that she said, well, he act like he wanted me to leave. He didn't know. No, it was he trying to figure this shit out like we trying to figure it out. Right. He ain't never seen us work together. And then I put her on. We did the interview, and then I interview her live, and my son looking like, what the hell they about to say? All they done heard. So we gotta pick up on those cues
from the kids
to the kids. That's why an event like what y'all are having this September 12th.
September 12th.
We need to see that. The parents that don't agree with the baby mamas, the baby daddies, and quit saying baby mama and quit saying baby daddy. Yes. But how can they be a part, and how do y'all want a call of action to get those parents that's co-parenting to be a part of the event?
Come through.
Come through what? Where is it at? What is it? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Smith Park, 1 p.m. Be there. You know, come.
They taking notes.
12:45. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have volunteer tables. We're going to have it's really village. This is all organic. This is grassroots. Like, this man right here really, brought this into life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna figure it out.
Work it out Wednesday. We gonna work it out.
So come through. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100% sure we gonna need you in some capacity. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Big Blood. If this was a perfect world, what does the event on September 12th at Smith Park look like for you? If this was your perfect event, which will never be perfect because you are the organizer, so you will always see how we can improve.
Perfect event, 500 plus youths at Smith Park this Saturday.
Y'all heard him. How many did you say you need to see?
500 plus.
500, y'all.
Well, I'm bringing 20. Now, meet me there. I'm going to get 20 there. I don't know how I'm going to get them there. I might have to get Leah car, Bree car, Jesse car. I might have to have Micaiah, our intern over here at the Scott Bulldog, use her car, get her granddad to put some kids in the car. I'm bringing 20. Now beat me with that. And you saying youth, what do you want the youth to do at the event?
I want them to, the main part of this event is the guest speakers. I want them to listen to these speakers, we got people coming to speak that used to be in the gangs, that went to prison for 17 plus years and came home and in real life changed their life. I got a big brother. He left me 17 years ago. He's been out of prison 2 years. And he's a success story. In my eyes, he's a success story. Yeah. For you to leave 17 years, come home, you got a property, you got a car, you got a great CDL job, you got a wife, you about to have your first baby. That's a success story to me.
Give him a shout out. Say his name.
T-Wave. Shout out to T-Wave.
For sure. We got a caller, man. And again, the interaction has just been remarkable. Hey, caller, thank you for calling the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. Who do we have on the line?
What's going on? It's Ron Gotti. It's Ron on the beat.
Hey, what's up, Gotti? What's happening, man?
What's happening with y'all? I see y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all looking real good, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you for the love. What are you hearing? What are you saying to the conversation, Ron?
Man, real talk, man. I just now popped on, man. What can you refresh me real quick?
So what we talking about? There's a huge event going on September 12th at Smith Park. Gutter Day, Big Blood is putting it together where the youth and families can get involved and pick up all type of resources at Smith Park. You can get, they talked about activities for the kids. They talking about getting warrants and other resources, health needs. Mm-hmm. Why is that so important right now during what we're seeing in the streets of Toledo?
For one, that's real important because for one, it's Black people in the community coming together for a cause, and it's about people getting resources. You know what I'm saying? People out here, they don't know that they can go. They don't know that it's resources out here to help them get a house, to help them pay bills, to help them. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here struggling, and they don't know that it's resources right around the corner that can help them. You know what I'm saying? Relieve their stress. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's real important.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, so can we expect you to be there with your family and tell somebody?
Off of so Big Blood Mallet and my nigga Gutter. My boy Gutter Dave.
No. Hey, you can say that shit on this podcast.
Okay, but yeah, man,
Our king.
We got a table for you too. You can teach kids how to make beats.
Hey,
Man,
I love it.
I can teach a lot of stuff too, man. I was just looking at the podcast like, man, this is something that I need to be on. Everything dope. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in, man, to give y'all my little morning blessings, man. Y'all looking good.
Man. Hold up. Gutter said he got something he want to share with you, big dog.
What up, Dave?
He said, what up, Dave?
What up, Double? How things going?
Man, I'm over here helping the kids with this online stuff, man.
He said he helping the kids with.
Tell him I need to teach the kids how. He need to come to Real Kids and teach the kids how to make beats.
That's what he just said.
Oh yeah,
I got a slick little method. I got a slick method too. That'll be a piece of cake too, man. On everything, I'm down.
Well, you heard him say he gonna hit you up, man. Thank you for weighing in. Didn't even know the conversation, but you felt the love. Continue to share this, like it, subscribe to it on Facebook, and we got the Cash App, man. If you want to throw something this way, the 419 grind. Much love, Ron, man. Thank you.
All right, y'all. All right.
Yeah, I just want to touch on some of the guest speakers, and so we got Willie Knighton.
Short dog.
Willie Knighton. You got to bring him. He got all the wisdom. We got Chris McBriar.
Yeah.
We got John Hicklin, who's a police officer, ex-gang member, you know what I mean?
TPD, Lucas County Sheriff, Toledo Police.
We hoping for Chief Pro to actually come and talk, you know what I mean? Which it'll be big if he come do it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this event that a lot of people don't know, where when we met with the police, was to give them a proposal where we want them to come be a part of it, because we say in our neighborhoods, we leaders, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people will look at y'all the same way if y'all came and interact the way we interact, you know what I'm saying?
One thing that I would ask that you do if you're going to bring officials, tell them to bring their business cards. Don't come just talking to us and they can't have nothing that they can't respond back to you. So if Chief Carl come, I need you to have 5,000 business cards so that if somebody can say, I got the Chief of Police business card, I can reach that. So
look. Oh no, I don't got my phone.
Yeah.
It's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You need to have that in your phone. Let police officers know they're accountable. If they do something wrong, I'm emailing him. I'm hitting them up. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to start doing.
Yes.
We got to start like that interaction you had. Why you ain't say nothing? You should have been on TPDresponse.gov. You got to email. You got to email them.
You got to email them. Go through corporate.
You know what I'm saying? So it can go through the proper channels.
Yep.
The what's it called? The
community
response team or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like this right here, we want to heal the relationship, because guess what? They can't do their job if we don't let them. You know what I mean? And it ain't as simple as us just saying y'all good. No, y'all gotta come earn that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we gave them that proposal, and so far so good. You know, so if they come through and interact positively, you know what I mean, that's gonna be everything. Yeah. But the ones we invited, they already good. You know what I mean? Will Cox, all of them, they already good. But
big shout out to my cousin.
They bring a friend or somebody in law that actually want to learn or better their relationship. You know what I'm saying? So this event right here in its broad spectrum is everything. You feel me? Like if it's successful, which it will be, you know what I mean? It's gonna change. It's gonna be great change. And this is his first of many. We going to Savage after this. We going to Wilson after that. And we going somewhere in the Ravine area. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't just something small like this.
Don't take the mail out there, because the mailboxes ain't being they not collecting the mail out in the Ravine.
Okay. But yeah, this big, man. So come with an open mind and an open heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's real.
And with this being Work It Out Wednesday, my piece that I want to put out here for both all our youth, our parents, our mothers, our fathers, it's time for us to start healing. That's a big part of it. A lot of us are dealing with a lot of tragedies, grief. You know, it could be something as small as losing a family member, where kids just don't, adults, even adults still struggle with how to move forward with life after losing someone. It's so much trauma that we go through that we don't know how to deal with. And we've got accustomed to dealing with it with alcoholism. We done got used to dealing with it with sex. So many things that doesn't benefit us. And we have to hold ourselves accountable. I keep saying 2020 ain't no more excuses. The resources are here. You can't be in a household just laying, wasting your life away, getting mad at everybody else. You mad at all your family members because ain't nobody throwing out dollars. Ain't nobody coming to help you. We have to start with ourselves. Get that counselor.
I want to say, to piggyback off of what you're saying, you know, to those of you who are in that space, I was in that space. I was that person at one point. And I got to a point where I just didn't want to be that person anymore. Like, I got to a point, like, you have to get to a point, you know, it's not going to take for anybody else to tell someone what they need to do. Like, people just have to get to a place where they're just tired of themselves. Like, and I'm tired of being this way, you know, and when you do get to that point, it's okay to ask for help.
It's okay.
It's not too late. Like, it don't matter what you've done in life. I've done a lot of effed up things. You know, a lot of effed up things. You know what I'm saying? You know, I may come off as this beautiful person, and I am a beautiful, humble, loving person now. I've grown into that, but I didn't always used to be that way. You know, I've done a lot of messed up things, and therapy. Finally seeking therapy, first it started with acknowledgement. Like I said, I had to look in the mirror and I had to realize that this person was ugly and I didn't like this person no more. And what can I do now to fix that person? So I sought therapy. I started, you know, seeing a therapist, and it's done wonders. What you said about, you know, just going back to what we were saying about our co-parenting relationships. I was one of those bitter baby mamas. Okay, I'll admit it. And it wasn't because you know, I broke up with my son's dad, and he went and got a new girl. It's not always about that. It's not always about another person. You know, I was bitter because he stopped being a dad, and he left my son for dead, is how I felt. But, you know, I wasn't thinking about the things he was going through, and I wasn't thinking about the damage that our breakup may have caused him. I wasn't thinking about the hurt and pain he was experiencing. All I was focused on was what he wasn't doing and what he was doing wrong, and it caused a lot of friction. It caused a lot of ugliness, and things that I said, conversations that I had, started to, my son was hearing it. And what it took and what happened was, I noticed it was a moment, and I realized one day when I was having a conversation, and I was in my moment, I was mad, I was having a conversation with either my sister or one of my girls, and my son came in the room and he was crying. He said, "Mommy, will you please stop talking about my dad?" And, you know, that was a punch in the gut. You know, that took me a moment to have to say, you know, like, bump my son's dad, bump whatever's going on. Like, I hurt my kid, you know, and I didn't even realize. Again, like you said, sometimes we don't realize. We're just having a conversation on the phone, not realizing we're screaming, and our kid is in another room. They can hear you, you know, and however you feel about your kid's father, whether they are not doing what they're supposed to, it doesn't matter. Like, let your kid have that love for that parent, you know, let them decide for themselves. And so I had to check myself, and I had to realize, like, I got to quit doing that. You know, I want my son to love his dad no matter what. I want them to have that relationship. If he comes back at 15 and wants to, I want them to still have that, you know. So we, like you said, as the mothers, we have to learn when we're in the wrong. We have to acknowledge that, and we have to learn how to make a change and say, you know what, even if I don't like him, I love my baby, and I don't want my baby to be hurting, because our babies are the ones that hurt at the end of the day, even if we're not purposely trying to do that.
When you have kids, it's not about yourself. When it's not about yourself anymore. When you have children, that should be your motivation. Because even though you may not have been introduced to the best, now you got seeds that's watching you, and you want your children to have the best. So if that means you got to look in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? It's rough out here for all of us. We all have past. We all are not perfect. But we got to get it together, y'all. We got to work it out.
And we got to work it out. And that's why conversations like this is real. Those that's listening, please be a part of the event. Inbox. That ain't your name on Facebook, Big Blood. Tell them your name on Facebook. If they have some questions, want to get involved, I want y'all to tell them how they can get involved, what they need to do, because we had a lot of weigh-ins.
I ain't got no Facebook.
Oh, you took it down?
My number is 419-215-7857.
One more time.
419-215-7857. Give me a text.
Gutter, let them know how they can reach you.
You can reach me on Facebook, Gutter Dave, Gutta Dave, or email me at dross@theartscommission.org. And if you got some resources, you know, if you got resources you feel beneficial, just come through with your table. You know what I'm saying? We'll set you up, because we want everybody, you know, it's a village, man. Straight village.
Hey, bring them nappy head ass boys down because we will have barbers giving free haircuts.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Barbecue. How we ain't mentioning barbecue?
something to eat. It's gonna be.
Any big blood.
Go have food. And he's a cook too, and that's what it's all about. And again, I just want to thank everyone as we wrap this show up. We got Work It Out Wednesday. This isn't a one-time thing. This is what we talk about with a series of conversations. We again thank those that's listening because we can talk about this, but until we have like the engagement from our audience and our friends from the community, those that, sometimes people will be watching Facebook and they don't want to click on and let you know that they watching. Hey, we know you looking too.
Right.
How you doing? We know you to hit the volume button so you can hear what the hell going on.
What they talking about?
Absolutely. So we working it out, and I like what Leah and Bree, both of you have said. Number one, take accountability.
Yeah.
And number two, get out of self. Bring your kids. And I tell you what, anybody that's listening, if you bring your kids to the event, you can hit Big Tree Sub, hit up the City Park League. I will make sure, personally, call you and them that your kid gets home. Don't give no excuse why your kid, I don't care what part of the city, Northwest Ohio, we will pick your kid up, let them enjoy the festivities. You can call me while they're there. We will go live. All the resources that you might put in the way and the barriers that you put in the way, why they can't attend the event, you ain't got it right now. We already got the answer. You looking for the plug, you talking to the mother plug. So let your kids be it. What's the date? What's the time? One more time. And we can make sure that you and your family get there. Give us the date and time one more time.
This Saturday the 12th at 1 o'clock to 4:30. Stop the Violence rally. It's a lot going on. Hella resources. A lot of job opportunities.
If you need help, call, say something, because we oftentimes don't want to say anything. But again, want to thank you to all our sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, please hit us up at info@the419grind.com. Thank you to all our viewers and listeners. Bree, we thank you for helping us work it out today, Wednesday. We got our workout close. Look forward to having you coming back to the show. Gutter, Big Blood, when y'all have events, we definitely appreciate it. Leah, this has been just a great energy, and it was a different kind of a conversation.
Yeah.
We always like to, I don't know, is Jesse your mic on? Okay. But it was a different kind of vibe today. Usually we have fun, we rocking, but this was information needed to save a life.
Yes, absolutely. We love to have fun here at the Rise and Grind Morning Show, but we're also about that business, and we're also about our community, and we want to make sure we showcase and inform all of our listeners and viewers about what's going on, because we have to it literally takes a village. We are all a village. We have to come together. It can't just be them. It can't just be us. It can't just be you. It has to be all of us. We have to come together. So, everyone who, who didn't know about it, you know about it now. So Saturday, September 12th, 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Make sure you come out.
And before we leave, and don't cut the camera off, I need everybody to go to their phones, go to the Toledo City Paper right now. Come on, go to your phones. Because I want to
go vote.
Okay, well, you're going to do it today. I got you. Go to the ToledoCityPaper.com. Best of, we are in the media podcast group, and vote Toledo's best local podcast, the 419. Vote right now. And they're looking, so come on, Gutter. Come on, Big Blood, go to your phone. We're going to do it right in front of the camera while they looking. Yeah. So go off your live, because they going to follow us. Y'all go off your live. Oh, my son. Big shout out to my son. He's in school. He just hit me. I love you, Dad.
Shout out to y'all for this.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
This right here is everything.
It is.
I hope everybody lift this up. You know what I'm saying? Because we need this.
That's why I'm telling you to go to the Toledo so we can be the number one.
Yes.
That's the start.
I didn't find it.
That's how we start.
So go to the
link.
the link.
Yeah.
Go to the best stuff.
I think Jesse posted it to where it goes right to that page. So it was pretty easy for me to go.
So just go to our Facebook page.
Go to the 419 Grind. Hit the link. 419 Grind. Go to the link. Put in. Yeah, put the 419. We all doing this together, and we doing it live. Thank y'all so much. Right here from the. Bree, you okay? We gonna be voted. We will be the best local podcast.
At the end of the day, even if
we
it's
already
Toledo,
number one.
I was about to say
period.
Anyway,
I mean, it would be nice to be in the city paper, but hey, like we doing this. It's amazing, and y'all Y'all giving a great vibe. Monday, listen, this is Monday through Saturday. Or shoot, is it every day?
Monday through Friday.
Every day we got shows going on.
Even if on Saturdays there's still podcasts.
Oh yeah. We have the
Yeah,
Rise and Grind
tune
Morning Show
in.
Monday through Friday, but we also have Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. We have Self-Explanatory with Lance and Arlinda. We have Capital T with Tasha and Tanya. We have the 419 Grind with Jesse. We have the Executive Suite with Dr. Vic. We have Underrated Sports, and again, like I said, of course, we have the Rise and Grind Morning Show every morning, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
And we're not just sitting in here talking with each other. We have an influential mind, a young lady who is a senior at Scott High School, Bulldogs in the building, that's soaking this up, and she's going to be able to take the conversation and the resources, and she plays sports. She's in part of broadcasting, so she's listening and learning. And I thank God for you. I love you, and we want to be mindful because this is somebody who is very near and dear to me, and she doesn't have a father. Her father was killed and I'll share that because he was my childhood friend. So we have to be careful when we say who's not doing what and not, because we never know who's listening and weighing in. Go ahead, Big Blood.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you for having me on the show. I just want to beg y'all, please take full advantage of these opportunities this Saturday. Smith Park, 1 o'clock. If you don't got a ride, call me. I might have Cash App gas money or something.
Or call me, man. I'll go get them, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Bring your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
Oh, 1 to 3.
Correction on the time is 1 to 3. Again, listen to this. Subscribe, share, like us, love us. Right here, the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show, brought to you by the 419 Grind Podcast exclusive.
And until next time, mwah.
Fuck, I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grounds, rotating, slapping zone. Hear me? I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. Break it down, cook it up, I'm serving fire. Cali plus, sending cookies.
Before we go, hey, we can't leave. Magic Wand, Flint Heen, T Jeezy, what's happening?
I'm tired. Across the state in the kitchen whipping omelets. Pasta mama told me how to make a profit.
It's a real life party before we go. I don't know what you got going on. Get them kids together. Shout out to my son. What up, Chase?
I ain't tripping, I'm just stacking, I'm just flipping, I'm just sticking to the script.
Sing your music.
Keep it whipping, water whipping in the kitchen, but that dollar bitch.
Happy birthday to my girl Liz. I love you, boo. And happy birthday to my cousin Anna. I love you, boo.
Even though she off beat, she still rocking with us. Let's go. Go, Leah Renee. Here we go.
I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grounds, rotating, slapping zone. Hear me? I've been in my zone, slapping zone, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zone, real trap. I look like going broke, chasing after bitches, money on the phone. Roll 9 woods out of 28 grounds, rotating, slapping zone. Hear me? I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been in my zone, slapping zones, real trap. I've been slapping zones, 2 phones going stupid. Went to cop and got some shit on accident and moved it. I'ma sell it, they gon' use it. Bought the work wet, I ain't cool it. Trap lives matter, don't be foolish. If you doing it, really do it. We ain't calling for no prices, they put tight and drop it off. Went to pay the plug and left them extra, show 'em I'm a boss. Heavy on the sauce, heavy on the cheese. Heavy ice chunks and the watch on the sleeve. Niggas know how I'm trapping, niggas know how I'm coming. Keep 30 in my clip, you see.